Welcome to December 2018 Energy Trends. I'm Danielle Rama Hoffman with DivineTransmissions.com. This is Thoth with an expanded intergalactic council of light moving more into the forefront of this divine transmission. We are delighted to be continuing our exploration of the energy trends in 2018 in this month of December. As we've mentioned previously, 2018 is an 11 year or a 2 year. So November being an 11 month, which also as you bring it into a single digit is a 2 month, has had an accelerated aspect to it. So almost like living the year of 2018 in a month and really allowing you to integrate that which you're choosing to take forward with you into December and into 2019. And we love how it happens to fall this year and 2019 that November is an 11 year, same as 2018, and December is a 12 month, a 12 year, same as 2019. So as you are transitioning and have transitioned into December, especially in the second half of December, you'll start to become aware of the energies of 2019 already starting to reveal themselves to you. And we don't want to tip the hat too much into 2019 because we'll cover that in our January energy transmission. And because December is a 12-month, we will go into it a little bit. So what we would say, particularly for December, is that there is a deep invitation to go into deeper and deeper and deeper states of awareness of being a multidimensional being and living multidimensionally. That December also has this vibration, this invitation to be moving into more and more and more and more vibrational alignment with the Venus ray from the Council of Light book, Opulent Bliss. So really being in this abundance, this overflowing with bliss. Now, we know when we start to speak about bliss and we start to speak about joy and we start to speak about these vibrations and frequencies, it can bring up your idea or your definition of what these are. And yes, they are related to the emotion of bliss, and we are speaking very much about the frequency of bliss. And one of the things that you'll begin to be noticing that we're bringing your attention to in December that is setting the stage for 2019 is also this acceleration in time. This is something that has become very conscious since 2012, that time seems to be speeding up. Now we know that time is multidimensional, it's not linear, and you experience time in a linear way in some ways. And so the invitation in December and the last 2 weeks in December is to really go up, into more dimensions of you, and to experience yourself in more dimensions of you, so that then rather than things seeming like they're overwhelming or there's too much to do or you'll never get it all done or this kind of why aren't there more hours in a day kind of feeling, there's an expansion where you go up into more dimensions of you. And then as the multidimensional being, there's also a deepening level of joy or bliss that you can experience, because you're not only trying to experience the frequency of bliss, the vibration of bliss, the Venus vibration of bliss, opulent bliss, you're not only trying to experience it from the first, the second, and the third dimension of your sensations, you're able to experience it more from your divine self. Now, we know that you may be new to some of these concepts. You may have been very well steeped in these concepts and anything in between. And you're not here by accident. So if this is seeming like a stretch, and what is it that we mean by experiencing yourself as multidimensional and going up, then we would just invite you to ask the part of you that knows. So another energy trend for December is that there is this invitation to, when you have a choice to experience something in separation, that rather than experiencing it in separation, we'd invite you to experience it in oneness. And so how do you do that exactly? So we'll bring forward some light language for this in particular. Hi na noshti wasta a koshti hanani kati koshti wa kati kananani mi koshti wa. Now we know that there is a lot of dimensions to your incarnated life, and that you categorize the different areas of your life to also create greater ease. And then what can begin to happen is that you start to see these different aspects of your life or areas of your life as separate from one another. And December is really inviting you to see the wholeness, to go into the big picture, the overview, to go up 20,000 feet into the higher dimensions or beyond, and to look at it all as one life, one incarnation, and then to be experiencing it rather than this is your health, or this is your wealth, or this is your friendships, or this is your work, or this is a thought that you have, or this is a feeling that you have, or this is a body sensation that you have, and that you are experiencing one of those things at a time as separate from another. You start to experience them as dimensions of wholeness. So just as a diamond is multifaceted and has many facets, yes, you can very much be in one of the windows, the hologram that's connected to the whole. And you don't leave the hologram any longer in order to be in the facet. So we know that there are some themes that you're wrapping up in 2018. And the theme of really positioning yourself for 2019 and the rest of your incarnation in a way that is even more optimal. And so you may look back on 2018 and notice that at play, what shifted, what's evolved, what new systems have come in place, what has stepped aside, where are you now? And there's this preparation in December to also really be leaning into greater and greater and greater and greater and greater and greater states of magic. And the magic happens not from hard work, although you'll still be taking tons of inspired action. The magic doesn't happen because you've figured everything out and you have a beautiful plan. Although, yes, utilize your beautiful intellect and create plans, be organized if that's something that lights you up. Yet really where the magic happens is in your frequency, in your vibration, and in the multidimensionality of you. So we are tipping the hat a little bit of 2019, yet we do want to complete here in a moment with the acknowledgement that things are about to get a lot more magical. And it's not that they haven't been magical already, it's just that you've been perceiving them from the dimension where they seem as if they're separate from the whole. And then in 2019 in December, there's this invitation to be seeing it all from the state of wholeness. Ishta uki anastiwa oshtiwastiki ananushtiwasta Hakoshti hi hanani mo koshtiwastaya. Hi uhushtiwa ninini mongati nanani nanani astaya. So we will complete with the Venus ray and a transmission of opulent bliss to really seal in your capacity to be coming from more of your multidimensional self in each and every now moment. Hamushti ninka nanusti vastapu ashti hingati nanasti vastankati nanustiwa aishtakikani ustiwa nanastiwa Ikoshtiwa nanustiwan katika ustiwastakaya. Hayamushtiwa nini mankatai ukushti ishtahanani ka ikashta ukushti hina nanamokoshti. Astu hushtiwa kastamoho aya ahanu uihani nanistiwa kati. Ay ushtiwan katai ukushtiwasta ay hi anahana hanahoya. Hia moshtiwa stahaya poko shtiwa kia nanani mankatiwoko ushtiwa astiwa aya. Ishahanani mistawo ushtiwa haani okoshtiwa astiwa uho ushti. Hika animi kanini mano nina namina nostiwa kadida nanamankatista ayapo ushtiwa sta aiko shitihina namankatiwa ka ika hanahana ikashtiwa stiwa katiwo stoya. Ima anishtiwankatiwa staka aipushta, hika anishtiwasta aikoshtiwa, ika anihi inahana ai uoshtiwa, ha ihana anmu ukishti ika itiwa asta aka, akoshtihina namastiwa katiwa. So we have transmitted, and we'll translate a little bit of that. We have transmitted the recognition of the multidimensionality. So opulent bliss, the opulent aspect of the Venus ray, and you can tune into the Venus ray and read more about it in the Council of Light book, that the tuning into the Venus ray and this opulent bliss recognizes the opulence as a given. And that opulence, as you tune into it, it's not in one area trading one for another, that you have an opulence of energy and then you have a lack of time. It's opulent bliss. It's overflowing. There's an infinite abundance as it's all connected. So the transmission that came through was also some ways of being aware of the opulence in your life from the higher perspective, and to be calibrating your energy system so that in 2019, there's really an invitation to bring to a place of completion your thought that your abundance, for example, and this is also spoken about in the Council of Light book, that your abundance is in one category, that you have an abundance of money, and that's one column on the graph. Then you have an abundance of energy, that's another column on the graph. You have an abundance of time, that's another column on the graph. You have an abundance of love, that's another column on the graph. You have an abundance of nurturing relationships, that's another column on the graph. To recognizing that as you have more opulence in one, like time, it doesn't mean that then the other graph goes down. So opulent bliss is recognizing the multidimensionality of opulence and that it exists in divine oneness and divine wholeness. So if you're trying to figure this out in your brain, we'd invite you to engage your mind, your beautiful intellect, and allow yourself to tune into the vibration. Allow yourself to tune into the vibration of living in the multidimensional way. So we're extending great appreciation and acknowledgement of your role in the evolution in consciousness. All is light, and we are all.